It's week 3 of When Calls the Heart filming updates and week 2 of shooting. I feel like the biggest thing coming away from this week is speculation, because the cast hasn't really shared a whole bunch. Aaron, who's ordinarily very active during filming season, has been pretty much silent since like week 1. Also, Pascal hasn't even mentioned anything about filming. There's no post about, oh, we're back and reunited or anything like that. Just very odd. Also, Chris and Kevin and Kayla still haven't posted anything about being back. We're assuming they're back because they're main characters, but there's no real evidence of that. There's lots of speculation surrounding why is there such a lack of behind the scenes. Normally the When Calls the Heart cast is really active behind the scenes wise, and this year they're pretty much silent. The biggest theory out there is that it's the new showrunner. They got a new showrunner this year. In the previous 2 seasons, When Calls the Heart showrunner was John Tinker. So 8 and 9 were John Tinker. 6 and 7 might have even been 5, 6, 7. There's a guy named Alfonso. Alfonso did the earlier seasons, and he leaned towards Nathan in the triangle. Tinker, however, leaned Lucas, and so when Tinker took over the series in season 8, storylines started moving towards Lucas, and obviously at the end of 8, the finale episode, Lucas is the one Elizabeth picks. There's a new showrunner. People don't really know how she's going to run it. We're all hoping she's an amazing showrunner and that can really reunite the fan base, because right now the fan base is pretty divided and split between basically 4 camps. So the 2 main splits are between Team Nathan and Team Lucas still. I'm very strongly Team Nathan, and I know people who are very strongly Team Lucas and just have a very hard time getting along in general. And because those were the main storylines for years, there's not a whole lot to connect over besides like broad strokes. We can't even connect over who we think Nathan should end up with, even within Team Nathan. So there's that division. There's also division between original Hardys and newer Hardys. So I'm an original Hardy. I've been watching the show for years and years and years. I watched the pilot and then I watched season 1, and I remember waiting for season 2 to come out. Original basically means you prefer 1 through 5 season wise, and then a newer Hardy is you prefer 6 through 9. Generally an original Hardy is a huge Jack and Elizabeth fan, and a newer Hardy is a bigger Lucas and Elizabeth fan. Hopefully the new showrunner can reunite the fan base, because right now the fan base is pretty divided. Biggest thing in news besides why there's no behind the scenes is Lori on set. Because it is so quiet, people are like, maybe Lori's on set. She's been off the series since season 6 after her scandal with colleges and everything. They're thinking maybe this is the season she comes back. I love Lori. I loved the character of Abigail. Do I think she's gonna come back now? No. There's actually proof that she's not on set because she was at a concert with John Stamos, and so she can't be on set in Canada if she's at a concert with him. So Lori is not on set. The other big piece of news is that Julie is back, presumably for the wedding and for episode 100. I know she's wanted, the actress herself has wanted to be on When Calls the Heart again. Her last appearance that I can remember is in season 6 for Little Jack's christening. Episode 100 is going to be this year, and it's a really big deal. So there was a big celebration party with Jeanette Oak, Brian Bird, and Aaron Craigo, just celebrating that they got there, because I mean it is pretty insane that there's going to be 10 seasons, honestly. If you would have asked me years ago, would When Calls the Heart even have 5 seasons, I would have said no. It's crazy that it's gone to 10. Besides that, there's really not a whole lot to say. Robert's back, the Canfields are back, which is kind of surprising they're not back already. Joseph's kids in the show are his kids in real life, which is a cool fact. And that's a wrap on week 3 of When Calls the Heart's filming updates, week 2 of shooting.